So, yeah, Navin, can you hear me? Did you try yesterday given problem statements in dictionaries? Can you hear me?
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Pujita, you have done right. One is completed, one is pending, right? Can you show us?
Yes. Can I share my screen, sir?
Yeah, you can share.
Sir, is it visible?
Yes, yes.
Sir, this is the first code, sir.
Okay, how you are doing in dot keys equals to p of I plus q of I. Okay. So then p dot items equals to j plus q of I. Okay, that's fine. Second question A B C D. Okay, for I in P, if I not in RES, you are doing RES equals to PI. What you are getting for the second one?
A equal to 36, B equal to 34, C equal to 27, sir.
And E is 20, F
F
is
is
10.
10.
You are getting right.
Yes, sir.
And what was the challenge? No, no.
Uh,
You are completed both, right?
Both, sir, but I have tried to solve the second question in different method, but that not work.
Oh, okay. You wanted to do it in different way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you did like this, okay?
I have
Yeah.
taken the empty dictionary and I have
Mm-hmm.
added the.
Mm-hmm. No problem. However, you are done. If it is you are getting correct, then it is fine.
Yes.
Okay. Just stop your sharing. I'll take the second one.
Okay.
You are able to see my screen, right?
No, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, sir.
Okay. Now, okay. So let me take the second one. So this is the input. Okay. In dictionaries, where is the dict class? Yeah. So here I'm giving one question. Given the one question, p equals to q equals to this. So wherever the keys are matching, do the summation. If keys are not matching, then keep it same. Is it? It is the question, right? Okay. So first you can take if you want to different method. First take all the keys. First take the all the keys. Okay. How we can get the all the keys? How we can get the all the keys? P underscore keys. So we can get like this P dot keys, right? And if you print a P underscore keys, P underscore keys. So what will be the output? You can see here A B C E, A B C E. Okay, A B C E. But it is the type is it is saying. So can you check the type? So type T by P E of P underscore keys. Okay, if I run this, see, it is saying class dict keys. It is not list. It seems like a list only, but it is not list. Okay, just what you can do, just convert into list. Okay, so p dot keys list of p dot keys. Then it will convert into list. Okay, now you can see. So this is a list data type. Is it, this is clear? I'm taking the p keys, and also I'm taking the q keys, q underscore keys. Are you clear these two?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what I am doing, I wanted to merge. So suppose I am printing the p underscore keys, and also I am printing the q underscore keys. Okay. If I run this, you can see the output. In p dictionary there are a b c e. Okay. In q dictionary there are a b f c. Okay. I wanted to make these two list in a single list. How I can do? How I can do? I wanted to make these two list in single list. How can I do? I wanted to merge two lists.
Append.
Append the only entire list to the this list. If you do
So we
PQ,
can iterate the first list. If the element is present, then we can skip the element. If element is not present, we can add it, append it.
hmm. Huh. So removing, that is removing the duplicate. That's fine. But even if I wanted to merge two lists, keep it a duplicate. Okay. I wanted to A B C E comma A B F C in a single list. How we can do? Okay. How we can do? Okay. So we have the extend method, right? P keys dot q keys. So in p keys it will extend the q keys, right? So we can do like this: p keys dot extend of q keys, then p keys become merged with the q keys. If you see this, you can see a b c e a b f c. Okay. Or else you can take new name keys equals to, okay, you can do plus operator between two list. So this will create also same. So you can see now same output. Okay. If you extend, p keys will be extended. If you want to take in new variable keys, then you can do plus of two list, then the two list will be merged. Okay. And now if you want to remove the duplicates, how you can do? If you want to remove the duplicates, how can you do? Hello. How can we do the duplicates? How can we remove the duplicates from this list? This question I already given in the list. Take the list duplicate values and remove and create a new list with the without duplicates. This question I was already given in the list topic. Okay. Can anybody tell how can we remove the duplicates from this?
We can iterate the list, sir,
Mm,
and we can add the elements to new list.
okay. What is the condition to append? if that element is not present in that
Present.
new list, correct?
Yeah, sir.
So that is one thing. So the another way is, so if you convert this, if you convert this into set, so set will remove the duplicates, right? Set will remove the duplicates. Okay. So for example, if you print of keys, so what is the data type of key here now? Keys. What is the data type?
Set.
Set. So then the duplicates will be removed, right? You can see F E C B A. It is not allowing the duplicates. And if you want to convert back this to list, okay, so then you can convert here list of list of set. Then now this is the type list B C A E F E. There are many ways to do this, like you can use like take the new list and append, or else simply you can convert this set. If order is doesn't matter, if your requirement order is, the output order is not doesn't matter, then you can remove duplicates like this. Okay. And if you don't want to convert list also fine, because we can also iterate through the set also, right? Through the set also. Okay, fine. So for key in keys. Okay, now we have the without duplicates. Okay, so how we, what is our requirement? If if key in both, okay, if key in p and key in q, if it is present in both, so we have to do key equals to equals to, we can do p of key plus q of key. Okay, and if it is if key in only present in p, elif, so we can do key equals to p of key. Okay, else that is present in key of key. Are you understanding these conditions? So print of not need to print, already we are printing here. So if you run this, you can see f is equal to 10, a equals 36, c equals to 20, c equals to 27, b equals to 34. Any doubt in this? Are you understanding or not? Anywhere it is doubt? So just we are taking all the keys in one list, single list from both the p and q, and we removed the duplicates. After that we are iterating one by one key. So if key is coming here, so we are checking whether that key is presenting in both p and q, or only in p, or only in q. Okay, so either one of this block will be satisfied, because we are taking the keys from these two lists only, so that will be present either both, or either one, either p or either q. So first we are checking whether it is there in both the dictionary, so or it is in p or it is in q. Okay, so based on that key, then we are doing the, so if it is present in p, we are doing p of key. If it is present in q, we are doing q of key. If it is present in both p of key plus q of key, we are doing summation. Is this clear? I need doubt. Naveen,
Okay, sir. I understood, but I have to just see once or twice.
Yeah, yeah, that's what you can try. If practice only, you will confident. You will become confident. Okay. Okay. So in the last class, we have completed the dictionaries. Now today we are going to start the functions. Okay, functions. So functions. So what are the functions? Why we are using the functions in Python? What is the use of these functions? Okay, function is a syntax or structure is used to represent the business logic to perform the operation. Okay, so Pujita, do you know why the functions are important? How we why we are using the functions?
To reduce the codes, repetition of the code.
Yes, yes. So for example, I'll give you one small example. Yeah. So before that, so first see how we can create the functions. So what are the keyword we will use to construct the function? So then I'll give you why it is important and where to use this. Okay. Yeah, function is a syntax or structure is used to write the business logic. So we will write the code. Business logic means like we need to implement the code. Okay. So inside this function we will write the that code. Okay. So function how we can write how we can how it is the syntax. So first see the syntax. So syntax is so we can create the functions by using the keyword called reserved word. So this is a keyword called def and followed by function name. So we will take the function name. Okay, and we will open and close the parenthesis. We will open and close the parenthesis. Inside this, we can use the variables or we don't use variables that are optional. If we needed we will use the variables. Okay, if it is not needed we don't use these are optional. So now tell me how what is the syntax. So we need to construct a function. You need to write a def is a keyword. It is a reserved word in Python. Already we have seen reserved word. Okay, if you go and check, so there is a keyword def is there. Okay, and def is a keyword and followed by function name. So we'll take function name. So if we take some name, some test function I am taking. So technically what we call this test. Technically what we call this, I mean, so I'm taking this name test.
Okay, sir.
What we call this technically in Python?
Sorry, sir. I didn't understand your question.
Okay, so here I'm taking the name test. Okay, in Python, what we call this? Technically, what we call this?
Identifier.
Name. Yes, exactly. Identifier. So can we take the name def as identifier?
No.
No, because since it is a reserved word.
Yes.
Yeah. So whatever the names, function name, or else like if we take the here a is equal to 10, 36, right? So here a equals to that 36. So a is the name. So this is also identifier. Test is also identifier. So whatever the names we are taking in the program, so that may be the function name, that may be the variable name. Okay, so whatever the names we are using, no, so those are called technically identifiers. So there are some certain rules to take the identifier, right? Okay. So the syntax of the function is the syntax of the function is def keyword followed by function name and open and close parenthesis. So inside this open and close parenthesis, the variables are optional. Variables are optional. Okay, if you take or don't take, that is depends on the business logic requirement. Okay, and followed by colon, and you can write inside this business logic. We will write some business logic. Okay, so this is the structure, this is the function structure, you can see. Okay, so if you can see here, so def is a keyword and followed by function name and variables and colon. Okay, and colon. So within the function docstring is also optional, but it is recommended. So docstring is, as a good developer, we need to follow the docstring. Okay, so docstring is a, we'll see what is document string. So it is optional, but it is recommended, and we will write some code inside this function, and at the last we will return the value, the result we will return. Okay, so this return statement we will see one by one. Okay, we will see one by one what is docstring. So what are the logic we will see in the examples, and what it is the return statement. So this is also optional, which it is not mandatory to return, but if you not return, it will by default it will return internally none. Okay, if you write some value, it will return the some value. Okay, so this is the function syntax. Okay, to this function syntax, this function structure is used to represent the business logic. Okay, business logic. And function will not be executed automatically. See, for example, if you write a function, it will not executed automatically. Okay, so let me write one function. So create new file, take new file. Okay, functions.py. Okay, so here I'm writing, so def. Okay, def test. So before that, just I'm writing printer begin. Just a minute. So it is a print begin and print end. So if we run this program, so it will executing from begin and end. So for example, if I write some a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20, and c is equal to a plus b. Okay, and if you print c, so what will be the output? First it will print begin, second it will be 30, and third it will be the end. Okay, see, begin, 30, end. Now, so what I'm doing, this logic, this is the business logic, I'm keeping inside a function. So def some add function. So I'm taking add. Okay, I'm not taking any variables. Okay, add, and here I'm writing inside this function. So this is the function block. Okay, now this is the add function. Okay, print and end. Now if I run this program, what is the output? What is the output? Can anyone tell me what is the output if I run this program?
Begin and end, sir.
Begin and end. So this is not executing. A is equal to 10, b is equal to 20, c equals to a plus b, and print c. So this is not executing. If you see here, begin and end. So there is no output 30. So that is here. Function will not be executed automatically. Function is not executed automatically. Okay. So function will be executed whenever we make a function call. whenever we make a function call. So how we can call the function? So to call the function, we need to write the function name. We need to write the function name. What is the function name here? Add. So add is the function name, and open and close parenthesis, open and close parenthesis. So then this function is being called. Okay, so then if you run this, so begin and 30 and end. So now it is calling the function. Okay, so function will not execute automatically. Function will be executed whenever we make a function call. So this is the function call statement, line number 7, function call statement. Okay, are you clear, Navin?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, so if you create a function that will not execute, whenever you make a function call, that will only execute. Okay, one function we can call n number of times. See, for example, here how many times I called? One time. Okay, so if I want to call one more time, okay, add, okay, see, so how many times I'm calling? Three times. So it will be executed three times. So same code was executed three times. Same code was executed three times. So if I want to get the same output, same logic, if I want to execute, how many times I need to write these lines? Three times. For three times, for example, here I am calling somewhere in the 100th line. I wanted to call the same. In 200th line I wanted to call the same. So there we need to rewrite the code, right? Rewrite the code every time. So instead of repeating the code in multiple times in different places, so we will keep that logic in one function. So with the function name, we can call repeatedly wherever we want. Wherever we want, we can call that function without writing same logic multiple times in different places. We can keep that in one function, and we can call that function wherever we want. Is this clear, Navin?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so now we will see one by one within the function what are there, and see, we will see. So here it is optional, right? As I said, docstring is optional. So, and we did not take in any variable. Okay, here. So what are that variables? And if we take the variables, how we can call the function? So these all the things we will go one by one. Okay. So first we will see the docstring. Docstring. So doc string means document string. Document string is used to provide the description about the function. Description about the function. Okay. So within the function, document string is optional, but it is recommended to define document string in the function. Okay. So let me write one more function. Okay. Def test doc string. Okay, so something like that, and or else you can take test function. Okay, test function, and here I'm writing the document string. So within the triple quotations you can write, so this is a test function you are writing. So that means, so if somebody come and see this program, so instead of reading all the code inside with this function, if you write some description about this function, okay, so like that, some this function is doing this, that, and this is the returning the output for this function if you call this function. So this is the that purpose on we created this function, something like that. We will write some lines of description, like small description, will short description we will write here. Okay, so this is a test function. So just I am writing this is a test function. So that means oh, well, this function is just for testing. We created this function. Okay. So if you want to write, how we can write here for add function. Okay. So this function is used to sum the two integer values. It is doing the summation, something like that. We will write some description in the function. Okay. So this is, see here, we did not written any document string. Also it is working. Here we are going to written with the doc string. Okay. Here we written one print statement. Okay. So now how can we call this function? Test function, and open and close parentheses, and run this. So this is a test function. This is a test function. It is called, and this logic was executed. Okay. This is a test function. So with the description, with the document string is also executing, without document string is also executing. Okay, this is the document string. Optional. Document string is optional. Okay. Next, parameters. What are the parameters? Okay. Let's see. These terms are important. Parameters and keywords. We will get the arguments. Arguments. So what are parameters? What are arguments? Okay. So the variables which are declared within the function declaration are known as parameters. So the variables. So the variables which are declared within the function declaration. Okay. So here I did not taken any variables. I did not taken any variables. So for example, if I take the variables, okay, if I take the variables, okay, so let me take one more example. Def addition, okay, of a comma b, okay, a comma b. So I'm taking addition a comma b. I'm taking c is equal to a plus b, and I'm printing the c. Okay. So now what we have taken newly here, so we added two variables in the function declaration. This statement is called function declaration. The first line number 20. So def and followed by function name and open and close parenthesis and colon. So this line we are technically calling as function declaration. Function declaration. So within the function declaration, we are taking some variables a and b. We are taking some variables a and b. So these variables technically we are calling as parameters. Parameters. Okay. So when you are explaining to some other people, so you should follow these technical words. You should use these technical words. Okay. So this is a function addition. It is having two parameters. So use the word parameters instead of two variables a and b. Just use the addition having two parameters. Okay. Parameters. And see, so within the function declaration, it is called parameters, and at the time of the function calling, we have to pass the values to the parameters. See, previously there are no parameters, and there are no values to pass. But here there are two parameters. So at the time of calling the function, we need to pass the values 10 comma 20. Okay. And this time addition 100 comma 200. Okay. And this time I'm calling some 1000 comma 2000. Like that, I'm passing the values to the parameters. See, addition I'm calling, and at the time of calling the function, I'm passing the values to the parameters. So this 10 will assign into a, and this 20 will assign into b. Okay. So 100 in a, 200 in b. So it is the positionally passing the values. So if it is AB, here 1020. So positionally it is taking the values. Okay. Positionally it is taking the values. Okay. And within the function declaration, parameters are optional, as I told already. So parameters are optional. So Python supports non-default parameters and default parameters. Here parameters we are taking, but in this parameters also we have two types. One is default parameter, another one is non-default parameter. Non-default parameter. Okay. now now what is the output for all of these three? Can you tell me, anyone, what is the output for all of these three?
30, 300, 3000.
Yeah, correct. See, 30, 300, 3000. Correct. So these are the parameters. Okay. You can take, if you take one more parameter, you have to pass one more value. So this positionally you have to pass. Okay. Now we can see the, now the non-default parameters and default parameters. So what is the what are the non-default parameters? The parameters which are declared without assigning any value are known as non-default parameters. See, so if you assign here a is equal to 20, okay, b is equal to 30 within the function declaration, if you assign the values to the variable, okay, but here it is non-default means the parameters which are declared without assigning. So remember, non-default means there is no default value. So if it is assigning the default value, this is the default parameter. If you are not assigning, so these are the parameters called non-default parameters. Without assigning the value in the function declaration, the parameters which are declared without assigning any value. So here the parameters are not assigned any value, right? Not assigned any value. Okay. So then these a and b are the non-default parameters, no values assigned in the function declaration. Okay. At the time of the calling the function, we should pass the values of the non-default parameters. Example, see here, f1 function abc are the non-default parameters because there are no values assigned to here, and abc are the non-default parameters. Is this clear? What are the non-default parameters?
Without assigning any values to the parameters is known as non-default parameters.
So for example, here a, b are there. So here we are not assigning like a is equal to 1, okay, like b is equal to, sorry, b equals to 2. So we are not assigning the value here in the function declaration. So these variables are called non-default. There is no default value at all. There is no default value. So a, b are the non-default variables. Okay. Yeah, we will write after seeing the default you will get to know the difference. Okay. So the parameters which are declared by assigning some values are known as default parameters. So we will assign some variables, default values we can assign. Okay. So values are assigned to the variable in the function declaration. So the values are assigned into variables in the function declaration. So at the time of calling function, we need not to pass the values to the default parameters of a function. See the example. So def f1 is a function name, and here abc, a equals to 1, b equals to 2, c equals to 3. Some default values are we are giving 1, 2, 3. But here in the above, there is no assignment. A is equal to not assigned, b is equal to not assigned, c equals to not assigned. Without assigning the variables, with assigning the variables here. So the difference you can see. Okay. So these are the default parameters, these are the non-default parameters. Okay. So let me write here one thing, you can tell me how many parameters are there. So def uh, param def test param and open a comma b comma c comma d comma e equals to 1, f is equal to, and close, enter some logic. Okay, and tell me how many parameters here we have. How many parameters?
Six.
Six parameters. Out of six, how many are non-default?
Four non-default and two
Four
are default.
non-default. Two default. Two default. Correct. So whatever the A, B, C, D is are not assigned values, those are the non-default. Whatever the default values 1, 2, so these are the default parameters. Okay. So this is clear, right? But when we are passing, that is important. So we here this is fine. For non-default, we must pass the values. We must pass the values since there is no default. Okay. For example, I'm doing same addition. This is one, and addition two is a function. So you can, or else you can remove. So addition one I am taking the function name addition one I am taking. Okay, and here I am doing C plus C equals A plus B and print of C. Okay, now so here I am taking A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2. So some default values I am taking. Okay, so A, B are the what parameters? Non-default or default?
Default parameters.
Default. Okay, so for the default parameters, here I am passing here I'm passing 10 comma 20. Here I'm passing 10 comma 20, and here 1 comma 2 is there, A equals. Then if you print of C, what is the output? If I call this addition 1 and by passing 10 and 20, here what is the output? What is the output?
30, sir.
30. 30. Okay, and one more thing. So here I am not passing any values. Okay, I'm not passing any values. And what is the output?
3.
3. 3. So this is output 3. Okay, see now run 30 and 3. Now I'm calling I'm calling the addition one program by passing 10 comma 20 comma 30. What is the output? What is the output? What is the output?
Maybe it will give error, sir.
Error. Correct. Why that error?
The values we passed are 3, but our parameters we have taken are 2, sir.
Yes. So as I said, the values are passing positionally. So if 10, so A, if 20, it is passing in B. Okay. But here 10, 20, that's fine. But there is one more value we are passing. So there that is not expecting the value 30. Okay. So then it will throw an error. So now run. See, type error takes only 0 to 2 positional armor, but three were given. Three were given. So we need to remove the one argument. Okay. So for example, I'm removing. So let me comment this. So here it is. Here it is. So type error. Okay, so it is a type error. Now I'm calling addition 1 of 10. Now what is the output?
12, sir.
12. Yeah, Naveen, up to here you understood, right? 10, 20, and
Yes.
see.
Yes.
So how it is working means, like, see, these all are default values. Okay, if you pass the values, it will take these values whatever you passing. If you are not passing the values, okay, if you are not passing the values, that will take the default values.
Okay. Okay, sir.
So we are telling, I'll send you the data. Okay, if I am not able to send the data, you can take the default values whatever here it is there. Okay, that's what the default parameters will work. Okay, and see here I am passing 10. So in positionally 10 will pass into A. Okay, and there is no B value I'm sending. There is no B value I'm not sending. Okay, then it will take default value 2. So this 10 plus B is 2. 10 plus 2 12. So if you can see, this is the output 12. Okay, now, yeah. So if I wanted to pass the value to B, I wanted to take the default value 1, then you should pass like this. Okay, you should pass like this, then it will give you the level. So B value will be assigned to 10. Okay, and A equals to 1 be default value. So then it is giving the, then it is giving the like A is default value 1, B is we are passing 10. See, so that is the positionally. If you don't use here the variable, so by default it will go. See, if you don't use B, no, okay, then it will go to A only. If you specifically tell A equals to 10, then it will go to A only. Or else if you don't give also in positionally, that is A only, then it will go to inside A. If you give B equals to 10, then specifically it will go to B, and A is already default value, then it will work. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we can see the arguments. And uh, and we can see we have taken separate, right, separate non-default and separate default. But let's take some another example, def addition 2. Okay, some A, B, and C. Okay, see how many default, how many non-default we have here.
Two non-default and one default.
Yes. So I'm doing D equals to A plus B, and I'm printing the D. Okay. Now, if I call addition 2, so how many arguments we need to must pass?
Two are.
Two argument we need to must pass. So one argument to C, it is optional. If you pass, it will take. If you don't pass, it will take the 3 value. Okay, but in non-default parameters, you must pass the value. You can remember that thing. So how many we have? This one. Okay, and so it will take, if you pass 1 comma 2, then what is the output?
6.
6. So it is giving the 6. And can I take like this, a equals to 10. Okay, and comma B, and C equals to 3. If I don't pass, like B equals to 2, if I give the B equals to 2, so here you can see uh, B equals to 2. So A is already 10, B I am passing 2, and C is already there. So shall we take how what is the value of this output? What is the output for this? Pujita.
15, sir.
So A is 10, B we are passing to, C equals to 3. So 10 plus 2 plus 3, 15. Right? But it will throw an syntax error. It is a syntax error, not the runtime error. It is it will not execute at all. Like in the starting only it will show the syntax error. See, this is a syntax error. Non-default arguments follows the default arguments. See, you don't take the parameters like this. First, at last only you can take the default parameter. In the beginning, if you have the parameters, no non-default, that will be the starting, and after that, after defining all the non-default parameter, you should take the default. It is syntax error. We should not take like this. Okay, we should not take like this. So what is the correct syntax? So you can take B here, and after that you can take the all default parameters. First non-default, then after default. So otherwise it will throw an error. See, after defining default parameters, we are not allowed to define non-default parameters. See, if you take the default parameters, no, after defining the default parameters, you should not take non-default like D. If you sorry, if you take like this, no, this is non-default, so it will not allow. Here it is showing the error. Okay, otherwise it will throw an error. Okay, now if you give 2, then it will be the 15. Okay, so now here I am giving def some test, okay, test function, and open and close. So if you take first a equals to 1, okay, b equals to 2, and comma c. So this is the error. This is the error. So what error it is? Syntax error. Syntax error. So I'm commenting this line. So why this syntax error? After defining the default parameters, we should not define the non-default. First it should be the non-default, then after default. Remember this thing. Are you clear this why this syntax error? Okay. Next, arguments. So what are the arguments? So right till now we have seen the parameters. So parameters are nothing but in the function declaration, whatever we are using the variables, right? In the arguments means values. Okay, arguments means simply values. The values which are passing to the parameters of a function at the time of the calling the function are known as arguments. See, arguments means like here at the time of function calling, so we are passing the values. 10 is the value, 20 is the value, 100 is the value, 200. So these values we are calling as arguments. Okay, and a comma b are the parameters. Okay, a comma b are the parameters. And same how we have in parameters two things like non-default parameter and default parameter, same we have arguments, non-keyword arguments and keyword arguments. Non-keyword arguments and keyword arguments. So here key means variable, here parameter means variable. Okay, here here directly we are using here directly we are using the values, okay, without key. without key. So these arguments 10, 20, these are the non-keyword arguments. There is no key. So whereas if you can see here, if you can see here, we used in arguments 10 is the arguments, but we used the key. In arguments, key is the variable. Okay, we used this variable. So this is the key. So this argument we are calling as keyword argument. Keyword argument. Okay, keyword argument. And now I am clearing this. And so what are the arguments? At the time of function calling, we are passing the values to the parameters. Right? Those values we are calling as arguments. Okay. So for example, so test function function one, okay, function one, and I'm taking a comma b comma c comma like p is equal to 2, c equals to 3, okay, and d equals to sorry, already c is there, right? Q is equal to 3. Okay, now I'm printing, just I'm printing all the values. Okay, how it is printing, and I'm calling the test function one. Okay, inside this, so what I'm passing, okay, so I'm passing 10 comma 20 comma c is equal to 30, okay, comma c is equal to 30 comma p equals to 40 50. I'm passing. Okay, see now what is the order of this print. So what it is print in a, what it will print in a, what it will print. Hello.
10, sir.
10. Next b, what is the b?
20.
20. What is the c?
30.
30. What is the p?
40.
40.
50.
50. So if I don't give the 50 here in q, I'm not passing q. What is the value here?
3.
3. Okay, now tell me how many parameters we have. How many parameters?
5, sir.
5. How many non-default parameters?
3.
How many non-default?
3, sir.
Non-default 3. How many default?
2.
How many arguments we are passing? How many arguments?
4.
How many non-keyword arguments?
2, sir.
How many keyword arguments?
2.
What are the keyword arguments here?
C 30, P 40.
Okay, what are the non-keyword arguments?
10 and 20.
Correct. I hope you understood what are parameters and arguments and how it is taking when we are passing. Navin, are you clear this? Try to practice and create functions and passing the arguments to the parameters and how it is taking, where it is giving error. Okay, so these things you can try. So now you can see 10, 20, 30, 40, 3. It is printing. Okay, and here also, if I pass test function, so first I am taking q is equal to 40 and comma 10 comma 20 comma 30. So if I do p equals to some 5 comma, so here also it will throw an error in the arguments. After defining the keyword argument, after defining the keyword arguments, we should not pass the non-keyword arguments. First we should pass the non-keyword, then keyword. So here also first non-default parameters. Here also first non-default non-keyword arguments. Next to default parameters. Next keyword arguments. Okay. So this is also give us syntax error. Okay. So here I'm writing syntax error. Okay. Because we should not pass after default parameters. No non-default non-default non-keyword parameters. After keyword arguments, there are no non-keyword arguments. Okay. So this is about non-keyword arguments are the, so here 2 comma 1 keyword arguments are the, so we will use the variables q and p. Okay. So here it is pq, but here q is equal to p equals 1. So p will 1 will go inside p, and here 2 will go inside q. So here the order is not important when you use the keyword arguments, but that will specific value will go to the specific parameter. Okay. After defining the keyword arguments, we are not allowed to define the non-keyword arguments. Otherwise, it will give us syntax error. Okay. In parameters, see here parameters we are taking. So def test function 2. Okay, test function 2. So for example, a comma b comma c. Okay, and print of or else result equals to, so we will use sum of a comma b comma c. Okay, sum of a comma b comma c, sum of a comma b comma c. So this sum function will do all the summation of the elements. Okay, all the summation of the elements. So this is tuple we are taking. So inside a tuple, see, first let me take the tuple. Okay, so that a comma b comma c I am taking in a tuple. Okay, tuple or you can take in a list, whatever it may be. So it is a tuple or list, that is a iterable object. On the iterable object, if you apply the sum, so it will do the summation. It will do the summation. And if you print the result, okay, so take the total. Okay, the function name is total. Okay, or you can, so get total, I'm taking the function name is in realistic get total. Okay, get total is my function name. I'm passing a comma b comma c. So here I'm passing, I'm taking in a tuple and applying the sum, then it is returning the result. Okay, now what I'm calling get total, I'm passing, so 1 comma 2 comma 3. So what is the output? So if I give this function, it is doing the 6. Okay, but it is, this function is only suitable for only three elements. Three elements. What about if I pass 4 comma 5? What about if I pass the 4 comma 5? So we should increase the parameters, right? We should increase the parameters. It, otherwise it will throw an error, type error. Okay. So each time for every element we need to change the code. Like this is now, it is only applicable for three numbers summation. If I want to 5 numbers, we need to make one more function for 5 numbers. If I want for 6 numbers, we need to create one more function for 6. So likewise it is doing. So for, instead of taking every element in individual parameter, so we can take one parameter, one single parameter. So one single parameter, so that if you want to take, we will use star some variable, any variable you can take star. If you use the star, and you can see that variable, if you use that variable, okay, then you can see it is giving 15. If you remove two parameters, it is giving 6. If you add 5 comma 6, it is giving, there is no code change. So in one variable only we are passing all of these arguments, in all of these arguments. Okay, in all of these arguments we are passing. Okay, in, can you hear me? Okay. See, so get total. So if we pass the number of values in single variable, we are taking all the values in single variable, we are taking all the values. So what is the type of this, what is the type of this variable, what is the type of this variable, Pujita?
List, sir, I think.
So tuple, internally it will take the tuple, type of variable is given in tuple. So all of these variables will be stored in a tuple. Okay, and okay, so this is giving the sum. Okay, for the same thing. So this variable, this parameter, what we call this parameter? So this parameter is a arbitrary parameter. Arbitrary parameters. So arbitrary parameter, the parameters which are preceded by the star are known as arbitrary parameters. At the time of the calling the function, we can pass zero or more values, zero or more values to the arbitrary parameters. Okay, parameters type internally taken as tuple. Okay, you can see here the uh, type is tuple. All the values it is taking in a tuple. Okay, and next parameter, there is another parameter double star. So if you use a single star, so that will take only non-keyword arguments, that will take only non-keyword arguments. Okay, so these all are non-keyword arguments. Simply single star will take all the non-keyword arguments in a tuple format. Okay, so for example, I'm giving one more example. So get total one. Okay, get total one, and here I'm taking some a comma single star. Okay, so what is the output of print of a comma var? What is the output of a comma var? Tell me. What is the
1 comma 2356 will be taken as tuple.
so a is one and 2356 are the tuple, right? So let's see the output. 1 comma 1 and 2356 is taking as tuple. So that is the positionally it is taking. Okay. So this is a single star arbitrary parameter. Okay. And if we take one more arbitrary parameter is double star, we can take double star parameter type internally taken as dictionary. Okay. So for example, if we take some other variables, so here I'm taking b comma c. C. Okay, so b comma c. Then what is the a b c and variable?
1, 2, 3, 5, 6 will taken as tuple.
Tuple. Okay, so for example, here I'm b is equal to 5. I'm taking c is equal to 6. And what is the output?
Maybe it will give error, sir.
Error. So because got multiple values for argument b. Why? Because see, one is assigned into a. Okay, and b is assigned already 2, and c 3 is assigned to already 3. But again we are passing b is equal to 5, c already we have the values for b and c. Okay, so it is, again we are passing, again we are passing. Okay, again we are passing, then it is throwing an error. So what error it is? Type error, multiple values for argument b. Okay, so here error, type error. So let me comment this line, and so get total 1 of previously 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 5 comma 6. That's fine, this is error. And if we take some keyword arguments, okay, some here, if we take and d is equal to 1, oh, sorry, 10, e equals to some e equals to 20 comma variable. Okay, now so what will print here, tell me? What will print here for this statement, for this calling line number 63? What will print here?
It will print only 1, 2, 3, sir.
Yes, what is the variable, what it will print?
So since we have taken the default parameters d equal to 10 and d equal to 20, 5,
Hmm.
6 will not consider.
No, 5 will be assigned to d, 6 will be assigned to e. If it is not passing, then it will take 10,
10
10,
and
20. And variables are empty tuple, empty tuple, right? Okay. Any confusion here?
no,
Clear,
sir.
right? Yeah. So if you pass the values, it will take these values. So there are no. Okay. If you give one more thing, then this 7 will become into a tuple. Okay, you can see 7 comma. It is in a tuple. Okay. Next, non-keyword arguments. Non-keyword arguments means like so it will take. I'll give you one more example. Last one we'll take. So I'm taking star and double star keyword. So we can take key variables. So var and double star key var. Okay, so variable one, or you can take variable two. So this name you can take anything, not only star args and double star keyword args. You can take anything. Okay, variable one, and check the type of variable two. Okay, and you can see the print of variable 1 and print of variable 2. Okay, so here I'm passing some x equals 10, y equals 20, z equals 30. Then you can see the output. So these are the keyword arguments will be multiple keyword arguments will be go inside this double star variable, and non-keyword arguments will go inside single star. Keyword arguments will go inside double star variable. Non-keyword arguments will go inside keyword, sorry, single star variable. Now you can see, so this is double, this double star will taken as a dictionary data type. So it is in tuple, and these keyword arguments will be created as a dictionary like this. Are you clear this star and double star?
Yes, sir.
But as we standard, so as all are followed by following uh, star arcs, comma double star quarks. So you can also use, instead of var you can use star arcs, instead of variable 2 you can use double star quarks. So all are using these names for, this is standard name, all are following standard parameter names, standard param name called star arcs and double star quarks. You can use this, or else you can use these also, fine, no problem. Okay, yeah, so these are the arbitrary parameters. In arbitrary parameters name can be any, but all are using recommended to use parameters are star arcs and double star quarks. Non-keyword arguments are stored in single star arcs. Keyword arguments are stored in double star keywords, keyword arguments. KW args means keyword arguments, single star arguments means non-keyword arguments. Clear? Any doubt in this?
No, sir.
Okay, so I will stop here. In the function, there is one more topic, is the return statement. How that return is working in the uh, function, and also we can see the variables, types of variables in the functions, and also we can see the recursive function and anonymous lambda function in the next class. Okay, so I am stopping here, and let me push the notes till here. Functions. Okay, today's topic is functions, and okay, fine. Any doubts so far? Why it is not coming notes? We added right. Why it is not showing notes here? Changes. Okay, I'll check it and I'll push the notes. This should not coming in the git changes. This is coming and functions is coming. Why it's not coming notes? Why it's not coming? Okay, now it's came notes. Yeah. So today's topic is functions. Okay, done. Thanks. We'll meet in the next class. Bye bye.